We are two farmers looking for a place to live in this cozy Minecraft modpack. So my wife and I decided to spend 100 cozy days here, creating the perfect life. From extremely cozy and addicting farming and economy to massive amounts of content for fishing, food processing and building. You can even manage your own little village of NPCs. Join us in our quest to get filthy rich through robbing a piglin vault, Neptunium coin ×2, catch extremely profitable fish in the Nether of all places, and go for an entire quest with the sole purpose being a cheeseburger. Welcome to Society Sunlit Valley Minecraft modpack. Our adventure starts on a small peninsula covered in birch forest, where my wife almost lost it with me on day one.
You're not behind.
You not see me?
Ah, I see you now. Can I punch you in your face?
Here we were nicely welcomed by the initial questlines. And simply existing already nets us some exciting rewards, like 1 block of dirt or some oak saplings. But apart from that, we also got a cookbook for free, which fittingly told us that eating nothing is bad for you. But for now we decided to get some wood, and as per tradition, the first tree almost ended up flattening my wife.
Ow.
It wasn't even close. And hey, wood has a price tag on it. Birches go for 2 coins each, making this stack worth 14 coins total, meaning that in this world, everything has a price. But for now I used the wood to destroy the wood, meaning I made some tools, and started making some proper progress. So I cut even more wood. Then we found some loot.
We have loot here.
Oh, we do. It's one of those, I know those. I got some zinc coins.
Really? I got potatoes and apples.
And then I dug out some coal using my brand new wooden pickaxe. But that's when I noticed tools do not lose durability in this modpack. And while in the moment we thought it's a nice quality of life thing, there is a trade-off that we'll explore later. So for now we focused on more day one progress. I brought you some torches if you want.
That's a lot of torches.
Thank you. I would go, towards this light there.
That's lava.
Then I would go towards this light there.
Yeah, that's not lava. Let's go. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry.
You just struck me mid-air, dude. I just left the water and I just got bitch slapped so hard. Immediately. Wow. Right as we were heading towards that distant light source, my wife actually spotted a wolf. And what's more crazy than having a nice little doggy from day one? So she domesticated him using a bone. But then... Thank you.
Hello. Why?
I don't know.
Why are you doing that?
Because I took his bone? I don't know. Yeah, this dog was not having it. It freaking hated me for some reason. Meaning that the rest of the night was spent on us having to figure out how to get this dog to travel with us without biting our butts off. And by ours, I mean specifically mine. But the hate train did not stop, even the next morning.
It's okay. I do wanna do that sometimes too, but it's fine.
Do what? Bite me? Oh, there's
Sheep.
like a little... Sheep? What? There's like
And
a...
by pick up, I meant kill.
There's so many things going on. I'm getting chased by a dog. Oh, a horse.
Beetroots.
What? What is happening right now?
I don't understand. Oh, ducks.
Oh, but he doesn't...
Huh?
He's
okay.
not...
Never mind.
Okay. Well, I ate some berries so I wouldn't die from my wife's dog, but I still wanted a proper tool to defend myself with. Fearing my own dog shouldn't be a thing, so I wanted to make a stone sword, and that's when we realized that making tools above wood tier is not that easy. In this world, upgrading tools requires specific resources and a smithing table. So while tools do not break, upgrading them is much harder. So instead of fighting the dog, I embraced it. I decided to try to give him some meat. Here you go.
Huh?
Oh, it worked! He
It
loves
worked.
me.
He does.
Or at least he doesn't want to eat me alive anymore. And well, I guess that worked. The grudge with the dog was settled faster than anticipated. So now that we were free to roam the world yet again, we found some more cool things. Like XP books hidden in dirt blocks. Mining monthly. Right-click to gain mining experience.
I haven't found a single one. Oh.
cool! I got 1,000 mining experience.
If you haven't yet noticed, this modpack is heavily inspired by Stardew Valley, so of course we have a bunch of experience paths we can progress, and that includes occasional perks. But for now we focused on finding the right spot for our ranch, and it really didn't take that long to find a more or less suitable spot.
Like a shop. I mean, look at this area. It looks really nice here.
It does, it's very flat here. We could have like a nice farm.
So I borrowed some wool from the local sheep, and we made 2 beds to get through the night quickly.
Let's go.
Yay!
And the third day was a bit of a mess. We spent most of it walking around and grabbing random things, like beetroot seeds, pumpkins, and exploring small abandoned huts. But the most important part of it all was that now we were sure that this area is more or less suitable to build a nice farm or a ranch. And that means we finally have a place to call home. Especially that we overtook this little structure that was here before us, making this whole place so much more cozy right out of the gate. So now we spend the rest of the evening sorting through our stuff, of which we already have quite a lot. Thankfully, the modpack features a chest sorting mechanic, which is an actual godsend. It's always so nice to have. But already the next morning we had to start thinking big. So I went out east, in search of some trees to chop down and start building our starter house. But of course that also means I have to witness all kinds of wacky things, like those slimes that squirted from that slime geyser.
Whoa! What are those? Slimy slime. I found slimy slimes.
Slimy slimes?
Their diet is berries.
Just like mine.
But apart from that, after cutting one of the trees, I actually got a skill book, which is different from XP books in that it gives you skills instead of XP, hence the name.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn this. And I've learned a skill. And now I can have fire logs. What do you want, ferret?
And this time I got a skill that makes it possible for me to drop fire logs passively from chopping trees. And while I was super excited about using fiery wood as building material, it's actually just a fire log. A log you put in a fire to keep it going. Still helpful though. But my disappointment didn't get to last too long, since my wife already got herself into some trouble.
A blue bird is chasing you?
Yes.
Let me talk to him.
I took their egg. Should I kill him? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I just stole his egg.
So you stole his baby, and then you
Yeah.
killed him.
Here it is.
And the bird dropped an egg, so since she technically killed my cousin, I felt compelled to throw that egg at her in the name of family.
I'm gonna release my dog on you.
And the best part is, the dog did not help her whatsoever. And the next morning I focused mostly on gathering materials without being constantly distracted by cool things. So I grabbed some more wood and dug some stone from the nearby caves, and then got distracted by a cool thing. My wife looks like a nut. But also she's making a farm, so that's cool too. But she had one problem. Watering the soil doesn't work like in vanilla Minecraft. The farm blocks being next to water is not enough. Apparently she needs a watering can to get the plants to drink. Thankfully the gods of Minecraft sent some rain our way soon after. So for that day the farming is free of water charge.
Yeah, now it's...
Oh, yeah. Rain is making them like actually
Yep.
hydrated though. That is so nice.
That's so cool. But you have to make watering can when it's not gonna be raining.
And the next morning I began the construction of my magnum opus. I wanted the first building on our ranch to be a barn, where we'll finally be having some space to do things. And yes, I had a plan and was totally not winging it.
I'm gonna wing it. I'm winging it. I'm winging. I'm just totally winging it.
Winging it.
I'm gonna wing it so hard.
And while I was hardly working on my barn, my wife actually went into caves alone to look for some materials she needed for that watering can.
Zinc has to be picked up also as iron. Oh my god, there's a creeper. There's a spawner with monsters. Oh my god.
Bro, you're acting like you didn't beat Vintage Story almost.
But there's a spawner with monsters. And they hit for a lot. They're very OP. Oh no. No. Got me.
Damn.
Yeah.
You had fun.
I didn't.
And yeah, she did not have fun down there. But neither did I, trying to build my own thing while being clinically dumb. So instead I upgraded my pickaxe, since my wife made us a smithing table. And now I started following a nice little online guide for a cozy barn build as a template. It does need quite a bit of materials, so the build might take a moment. But overall the work was going well, although admittedly using stripped logs as walls did get quite expensive and time consuming this early in the game. And all that while my efforts are being ridiculed on a daily basis.
Oh, I can see a little wooden box in the map. That's our
Okay.
house.
Listen, right now it's a box, but I'm working on it tirelessly. Tirelessly.
Looks like my low effort house in Vintage Story.
Putting effort,
I'm
okay?
not a
I'm just not very
geek.
good at it. You know what? I don't have enough of anything for this. It's generally, it's gonna look, so I'm gonna now,
Okay, I made bucket.
congratulations.
Thank you.
But during one of my many wood runs, my wife actually accomplished something without me. So of course I had to go and see.
Where are you?
Well, I'm cutting spruce logs.
That's such an unimportant thing compared to what I was
It's
about to show you.
important because I'm making the house.
And sure enough, she managed to make the watering can, making the first steps in her soon-to-be farming empire. And yeah, it's pretty much one-to-one like in Stardew Valley. You water plants by hand, otherwise they will not grow. So while my wife was taking care of her little dirt plots, I was continuing with building the barn.
Is it gonna be nice with the spruce? I mean, it looks good on the thing.
Even asked my wife to bring me some birch logs to finish up the upper floor's walls. But yeah, miscommunication is the first step to great marriage.
I'm lacking exactly 2 spruce logs.
I can grab you some. I'm literally in the spruce biome.
If only there was somebody who can grab me some spruce. Did you grab spruce? I was calling birch spruce. And you brought
Why?
me spruce. Cause dumb. That's low-key your fault though. I'm gonna blame you for that. I asked for the wrong wood.
I don't know what's wrong with you. But I don't have to water my cans. Huh?
We might be dyslexic.
But yeah, I continued building the barn, all while we were slowly figuring stuff out. From the plants having stats, sell value and seasonal preferences, to realizing there are banks in this modpack, like bank accounts.
There are banks?
Yes. Shipping bin monitor. Displays sell value of shipping bin below it with all bonuses applied. Updates every 10 seconds. What is going on?
My guy, this is just capitalism.
All we needed was a way to start making money now, slowly but surely. So my wife made a shipping bin. And yes, this is very much a Stardew Valley thing, because whatever we put here sells for coins we can reinvest into something else. After that I went to a snowy biome and grabbed actual spruce wood this time. Building this barn takes long enough, but don't worry, this is going to be a non-issue soon enough. So I used the spruce to start making the roof. It is important to have a roof in a barn somewhat, especially when my wife is already making gems and stuff in her new artisan preserves jar. Make sure to watch her POV on her channel in the description to know what the hell is going on, because while I struggle with a barn, she's progressing super fast. But yeah, finishing up the roof, adding some details all around the build, and the building was pretty much done on the outside. But hey, another distraction. My wife got her hands on a freaking NPC spawner as a reward for some quests she's done.
What?
Hello?
Definitely he's gonna be coming back to this like his home. See?
Mm-hmm.
He's standing kind of on it and he's probably just gonna be wandering around. So maybe we can make them homes.
Yeah, definitely. He can make it himself. You can tell him to build home.
If he can build his own home, that would be crazy.
Say hi to Ace, our carpenter. And this is the first of many NPCs that will help us thrive in those plains. And yeah, the barn is finished. We also have our very own first inhabitant of our settlement. A good start, I would say. So we spawned more guys. Now welcome Aiden, the blacksmith. And this guy will be extremely helpful as well, because those guys can do a lot of things. And by a lot I mean mostly one, sell us stuff that we can use to further our efforts in building the coziest village Minecraft can handle. For instance, the blacksmith can sell us hammers to open up geodes that you get randomly from mining ores, so we can get treasures from them. Which is very nice of him.
Wait, it uses up. It's one use.
So the next day I went out to chop some more innocent trees down, and when I came back, we already had 2 more NPCs roaming around. My wife is clearly not slacking with the quest book. We have a farmer's market person that will help us with farming and marketing, and a banking woman who is going to help us with banking and womaning. So we decided that since we have already opened the Panda's box, we might as well just spawn the rest of the NPCs that are available for us as of now.
And I'm gonna put a fisher here. Okay. Haruna.
I wonder if they can leave because they don't like how it is here.
Okay, so we have a bunch of them now.
Can we grab all of their like thingies and put it in their house?
We can do that. And just make them all live in this one house.
So yeah, we put all of them in this barn. Not the most luxurious of housings, but at least they don't sleep outside, you know? And the next morning I put some of my things that I deemed unnecessary in the shipping bin. Hopefully I will see this money and it's not going to get stolen by a particular unnamed woman, but I won't point any fingers. But on the other hand, I still need some direction. This modpack is huge and I had no idea what to do next. So that's when the quest book came in handy, since following a predestined path is a pretty good way of getting around in packs like this usually. But just as I was getting interested in fishing, I noticed that you can actually get blueprints for buildings for free here, like this fisherman's house.
Oh my god, it's so cool using this blueprint stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, it shows you like a whole highlight. Oh my god, how do you...
I think this is like the colony, mine colonies.
The problem is,
Oh.
to move it down, I have to press page down, which is just ends my recording. Which sucks kinda.
And while I was excited about the blueprints for buildings, my wife made yet another new thing. And yes, I know, there's constantly something new this early in the game, but this one is important. Because a bank block lets us store our money in an account, and this way we can spend it easier. Later I even get an item that lets me access my account whenever I want. And the next morning everything in the shipping bin was already sold, so of course I never saw my money. The game was rigged from the start. But I didn't mind my wife stealing our money, I was too preoccupied with the blueprint stuff. So I set the fisherman's house blueprint where I wanted the building to be created. Cleared up all the blocks that would overlap with the build, and then we put the building down.
Oh my god. Oh, did you see that?
Yes!
That was crazy. And she has a house now.
And so pretty.
So yeah, I guess building the village is going to be less about building and more about planning. We have a fisherman's house now.
She can kind of just hang out here, I think.
So I put our fisher NPC, Haruna, in her new lodgings. The most important thing is that she sells a fishing rod, which is pretty important. So with all my masculine might, I asked my wife to buy it for me.
Oh, okay. So can you borrow me some money so I can buy a fishing rod and actually go fishing? Thank you.
And now I have a proper fishing rod. And oh boy, I had no idea what I signed myself up for just yet. But for now I made my way to the local river and read about the fishing itself. Apparently the type of fish I can catch is heavily influenced by weather, season, or even time of the day or night.
Hit? Oh, it's like this Stardew Valley minigame! Oh no! Okay, I did it. That was very fast, but also very nice and fun. And I'm gonna do it again.
So yeah, fishing is pretty cool, but having a village getting bigger is even cooler. So my wife started blueprinting more buildings.
Damn!
Like this carpenter house, where our carpenter will live and provide his carpenter services, which is mostly selling blocks. Or this market house, in which the farmer's market representative will live and represent. So generally speaking, the village is slowly coming into existence, and thanks to the blueprints, much faster than we could ever anticipate. And there was still so much to improve. Having buildings is nice, but the village needs a bit of gluing together now. So I decided to abandon my new fishing passion for now, and switched priorities to making this village as cozy as possible from the get-go. But while adding fences everywhere is pretty nice and does add some depth to the whole thing, I also took this opportunity and upgraded all my tools a tier higher. from the poor wood tier to slightly less poor stone tier, to make my job slightly easier. And then I used my new slightly shinier tools to gather all the necessary materials to make this place prettier. So now I added a bunch of roads connecting all the now existing buildings and added a bit of texture to them. And while I was preoccupied with adding cobblestone walls, I noticed that my wife had already created new farming plots just east of the village. And apparently she figured out how to make sprinklers too, which automatically water all the plants around them. But believe me, it will get better still. But for now, the village still needed a bit more touch-ups. So I borrowed shears from my wife and cut up some innocent trees, and turned their leaves into some cozy hedges to add a bit of green into this farmstead. And for the same reason, I also grew a bunch of trees all around, using the fertilizer that makes them grow instantly no matter how much space they have. After that, I added more texture to paths, and a bunch of benches and stuff to fill up some empty spaces and make this place feel more lived in. And that also includes replacing all the regular Minecraft fences with the new picket fence, which is just so much more in line with what I need here. Well, after all this work, my inner cozy junkie is satisfied. The village looks much more glued together and I love this Stardew Valley vibe that it gives off now. But there is a slight problem. While my wife was already settling into her new role of a farmer, selling goods and whatnot, I was not. All I had was about 2 brass coins to my name, which is laughably little. Especially when you put it into context, since there are several types of coins you can get in this modpack, each increasing in value. Which meant I had to finally start interacting with the selling bin I have been ignoring thus far. Which for me meant more fishing, because while early game fish do not sell for that much, investing in it early game can pay off quite substantially. You will see. Especially when we take into consideration the extensive skill tree meant purely for fishing that can sometimes double or triple the income. That and the occasional treasures you can find, and you can either sell them for a small fortune or open them and get whatever is inside, which is basically gambling, but hey, it pays off. And after the first day of being a fully fledged fisherman, I caught quite a bunch of fish now. But that also makes me and my wife wonder what could actually be the best way to monetize them. I can't make them watch YouTube ads, but I can smoke them. And Stardew Valley players might remember this little construction, a fish smoker. It smokes fish, and pretty much doubles their worth. And while it is not cheap to make and requires pretty rare resources, making this thing entered my personal bucket list. But for now I just dumped all the fish I had into the selling bin, including some jellies, which in hindsight I shouldn't have sold. And of course I also opened the one and only treasure chest I managed to find, and got myself a nice and shiny golden coin, worth about 500 arbitrary value. And since we are rolling in money now, my wife made me a credit card, or at least something that was supposed to combine our bank accounts. And using this little flamey guy, a Blaze who is apparently a banker, we tried to make this whole thing work.
I made something wrong.
I bound it to myself now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I bound the ID cards to myself. Aiden, leave!
You can then access the account by right-clicking a bank terminal with the card.
And then it changes to Blaze Banker, and then I put the coins, and now I have 10 brass coins there, I think. So you can access my money, but I can't access your money.
As it should be.
But no matter what we did, making a joint bank account was not working. We put our IDs that my wife crafted for us into the bank and then registered the cards through the Blaze Banker, but I just could not see my wife's account. And yes, she could see mine somehow. So while we really tried to figure this out for a really long time, we did finally give up and blamed it on some connection stuff. After that, I checked out some stuff that our Fisher NPC sells, and as it turns out, there is a couple of interesting things that we could buy here, including a fish smoker, which still lived rent-free in my head as some kind of arbitrary goal to achieve. But this time, to get some money, I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. My wife asked me to get some iron for her personal project, so I might as well roam in the local caves and sell whatever I find there. Especially that the geodes and other goodies seem to be dropping quite regularly from every ore. But apart from glowing lucky ores and stuff, I also found this guy.
What is this? A limpet. Hello. I can't do anything to this guy. He's like shelled out. Ooh. I have no idea what just happened to me. I made a guy naked and then I killed him.
What? You couldn't kill him without making him naked?
I had to take off his clothes, yeah. I don't know.
After that, I also noticed that earth crystals, a resource necessary to craft a lot of things later in the game, spawns quite regularly in the caves as well. So after grabbing a bunch of more resources, destroying some old Skyrim urns, and getting flashed by a very excited creeper.
Well, this creeper was really happy to explode.
I made it out through some underwater crevices. It took me a second to come back, but when I did, I managed to safely deliver the iron requested by my wife. For what, I have no idea. And personally, apart from some common ores, I managed to get 21 geodes, which sounds like a music band, but it's actually just some rocks with stuff inside of them. I used some geode busters bought from the blacksmith to open them, and well, their rewards were not that great. I did get a hat though, that looks like a frog. So I decided to look for a better way of making money. Since I am tired of being a poor fisher miner, so animal herding seems like a good thing to check out. So I bought an animal book by ordering it through the phone. And with this thing, I will be able to figure out the best way to make money as a rancher. So I started off by making some space around my wife's sprinkler farms. And then used my new favorite fence type to make a couple of animal pens. Then to glue it all together, I made some pathways all around them, because there is no one to stop my madness. Well, apart from my wife, apparently, who got a bank blueprint and constructed it on the other side of our village. So yeah, our bunker NPC will have a place to live now, where they'll do all their banking and stuff. Cool, and definitely the fanciest looking building around. But going back to ranching, the pens are still empty, so I started slowly capturing all the local animals worth keeping. All while my wife kept giving me stuff to make sure I am well fed.
Yeah, I think we do. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Pasta with onion.
I bought it from our bar.
I thought you cooked it.
Wow, I thought you cooked it. Disappointed?
I started off with some pigs. I went with the biblical Noah strat and took 2 of each animal. Unfortunately, that's not how breeding animals works here, but that's a problem for later. After pigs, I got some wild cows too. And while leading cows through the worst terrain possible is not that fun, having milk production early will make our bones stronger and our wallets fatter. But that's also when my wife brought me a backpack she had made, or maybe she bought it. She's pretty ahead of me money-wise, it seems. Well, still, having a backpack is definitely at the top of quality of life things I needed. After that, I built one more pen. Since we already have pigs and cows, I decided that the only logical thing would be to get a bunch of sheep too. And while finding the first one was not that hard, finding a second one was a complete and utter disaster.
I can't find them. It always happens on like the last thing you need.
I can buy it.
A sheep?
It's not that expensive, yeah.
So, since I was unable to find the last piece of the animal farming puzzle, I decided to come back home and buy the last sheep from a market. And hey, my wife wanted me to come back home anyway to show me yet another new building. And this time it was the new home of our smith. The village really is growing fast. So yeah, I guess we have a smithy now. So now I called the market lady and bought a sheep in a crate. It's a crate sheep. And after that I put the sheep in a pen. So I guess the task has been completed. We have a whole separate farming production now. Plants and crops are cool, but having animal product will net us a fortune. But there was one more thing I wanted to do. I used a shepherd house blueprint to build a nice little cozy house right next to the pens. And the purpose for it is purely as a place to sleep for my wife and me. Because so far we have been sleeping mostly outside. But now that we have animals, we decided to spend some time figuring out how to take care of them. Because believe me, they are so much more needy than in regular Minecraft.
Sheep went too long without food. Nice. I mean, not nice for her. I mean, I fed her.
Cow went too long without food. Aww.
This one is happy. This one is like, If animal goes too long without being fed, they won't be very happy with you. Also, this is... I just got 32 animal feed
Me
for
too.
free.
I was just about to say that.
Animals need constant petting. Animals need animal feed not to hate us. And animals need enough space to keep producing whatever they produce. In this case, wool from sheep, milk from cows, and mental support from pigs. And to make them feel more like family, we decided to also name each one of them.
I on accident named both of my sheep the same thing.
You have to check their names.
And they're liking it, dude. They're loving their new names. You see them? Why are they rocking like that?
Yes. Sheep. What? Sheep.
So yeah, we had 2 sheep named Schiepenheimer, pigs named Star and Vation, and cows named Milker and Bob. So I guess we're officially animal farmers now. And to celebrate, my wife made us some milkshakes from Bob's milk.
What?
That was satisfying. Oh, look at the
It was.
look at the sunset, sunrise.
But that's also when the sun started peeking at us from the horizon, and in this case it meant a new season has arrived. We went from spring to summer overnight. That means that in true Stardew Valley fashion, whatever crops we had that were specifically spring crops are now dead and useless. But it also so happens that I have a bunch of wheat seeds, and I must have gotten them while flattening the terrain for animal pens, I guess. And wheat is great because you can turn it into animal feed and make sure that the animals keep being profitable. So I cleared out our main farm plot from dead spring crops and planted as many wheat seeds as I had on me instead. Then I watered them with my wife's watering can. Very slowly, mind you, but don't worry, it will get better. But since I still had a lot of empty space in the farm, I ran around and grabbed as much wild wheat as possible from the local plains, and then replanted all of it back in the farm. But since it still wasn't enough, I decided to spend some money and also buy a bunch from the market. But turns out it's more expensive than I expected. So I did the only logical thing. I started begging my wife for some money.
I'm currently making oak resin. What?
Okay. Okay, that's nice. Could you borrow me some
You
money?
Sell it. Yeah.
And now that I got my wheat seeds, I fully planted the entire farm and watered each individual plant, very slowly. And yeah, watered plants reset each day at 6 AM, that's when the growth actually happens. Still, it's pretty scary when you actually see the blocks update right after you water all of them.
Somewhere. Money. You can.
Thank God it's raining. I just saw the whole thing reset. Oh my god.
Told you, you're gonna be excited about rain.
Thankfully, the next day was rainy, sparing me from the cruel watering job. I had to find a more automated solution to that later. And after all that farm tending, I had to do some more farm tending, but this time to animals. You have to remember to pet them. But apart from the pigs not hating me to the bone, I had a wonderful idea to help my wife and find some more cows to further help our cause. So I now run around and rediscover that you are in fact able to just pick up animals with your own hands. And that meant instead of buying animals, I could just kind of kidnap them, saving some money. So I wandered around looking for any kidnappable animals. But I did also find my wife, who got a bit lost east of our village.
You got lost?
Yeah.
And then I found a bunch of cows that had to be led to their new house. And this way my wife could start her own journey of becoming the best farmer and animal caretaker she can be. I will do it as well, but for now I just enabled her to do it better. But that again left me with little to no job now. I set her up pretty nicely, but I myself do not have any coins, like an actual complete flat balance. So I begged my wife to buy me more stuff.
Actually, wait, do you have some money?
How much you need?
This time it was an upgrade schematic I wanted to use for an iron pickaxe.
I swear I'm gonna give this money back, maybe.
Because I wanted to use this greatly improved new tool to finally escape above the poverty line, especially that I am clearly not welcome in my own house. I decided to go down into the mines, but this time put actual effort into it. I needed money, and I do not want to be, the deadweight husband while my wife makes millions. And the first thing I hit was some abandoned mines from vanilla Minecraft. The idea was that while I pretty much resigned my farm rights for now, I would at least be able to get money by looting. But apart from looting and fighting, I also had to focus pretty hard on mining iron. Sprinklers to automate watering the plants require a lot of it. So while some of the loot was pretty great, and I did get some cool cosmetics turning me into a Super Saiyan, I still had to make sure to hit every iron node I could find. And as expected, the deeper I went, the better results I started getting. Like finally some diamonds. But that's also when this happened.
That was supposed to be a cozy mod park, god damn.
Paintbrush.
Ooh.
Probably me.
No, not like this. Some guy with a hat appeared, two-shot me and left. What do you mean? Yeah, I got absolutely violated. Thankfully, upon death, we don't lose our items, only some tool and armor durability. But we also have to pay the hospital bill, of which I wasn't aware at the time. Well, at least I had my wife excitedly waiting for me in the village.
We're looking at your little terminal. You have no money.
I just found some, so I do have a bit.
Yay! Finally, I don't have to sponsor you.
Well, not that much money.
So you still need my help.
Yeah.
Poor little thing. do you mean, yeah?
So I kept coming back to the mines, hunting any ore that sells to finally get my fix of capitalism, although not always with good results.
You can make cheesecake. Why?
So I made myself a shield. It might seem obvious, but I assumed a cozy modpack wouldn't fight back so hard. But apart from that, I got a little quest from my wife, who already started gaming the system. She dropped me an animal trough, making me finish a quest that gives you another animal trough for free, doubling the item for free basically. So I made her buy me more item improvements. I need some upgrades, people, otherwise this cozy modpack will keep killing me in the mines.
Thank you.
I started with a better sword, and then an armor. Well, I guess not. Making an armor works the same as the tools. We start with a bad leather armor and then use it in combination with upgrade items to make a better armor.
Could you please buy me armor?
I have no money now because of you.
Well, my sugar wife hates me now, but at least I am protected better. So now I felt a bit more comfortable mining and crafting all around this cave. So I grabbed basically everything. I was also fighting everything.
I'm really sorry.
I even started leveling up my mining tree, which, mind you, is not easy. And all that while my wife was just messing with me on the voice chat entire time.
You're such a wild lettuce.
Wild lettuce?
Wild lettucey.
I see diamonds.
I'm talking to a diamond here. Wow, you're digging diamonds?
Oh my god, there's so much. And there's even. Huh? I am so close to dying yet again in the coziest modpack we could find. I don't know why it happens like this. I survived 100 days in hardcore vintage story.
Vintage story.
and in cozy Minecraft I can't, dude. Like, this is new levels of hardcore.
You're a silly goose.
I'm a goose on a loose.
Wow.
Are you joining my pack of geese on the lease?
I'm a chestnut.
I can never tell when she's serious and when she's not, and I married this woman. My stay in the mines got so long that I somehow actually ran out of food, while owning a freaking farming village, meaning that I slowly had to start making my way back home. So I started building up, and that's when I changed my priorities once more, because I found a huge cave, filled to the brim with iron, which is the most important resource as of now. So I spent some time here minding my own business, and fighting off whatever was in need of kicking. And believe me, this cave was so open that it was a true fight to stay here for any longer than necessary. But after some time I managed to find a glorious beam of light coming from the very top of the cave. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my exit. And well, I got a bunch of pretty useful things out of here, including lots of iron, which will be mostly used for watering automation, but also a bunch of diamonds too. I cooked all the iron I had on me in the barn, and then I tended to my wheat farm, which finally produced the first harvest. And wheat can be used for a lot of things, mostly cooking, which is my wife's domain, but also to craft the animal feed for free. And since we have the animal troughs now, the wheat can be automatically fed to the animals, as long as the trough is full, of course. Which meant I had to manually prepare a bunch of animal feeds using my wife's chopping board and a knife. And when I had enough, I filled up the troughs with the feed, and now animals will keep producing goods pretty much automatically. And yeah, since the iron was ready, I made a bunch of iron sprinklers to save myself from the constant plant watering that takes a long time if done by hand. So I put the first batch in my wheat farm, not much, but it's honest work. Especially that clearly it isn't enough. I will need more sprinklers, or better yet, better sprinklers. But that's a task for later, because now I visited my wife in our barn, which seems more and more like her barn, since she has all her cooking equipment here already. But I can't complain, she even saved my cut of the money in the chest for me, an iridium coin. I think this is the first one I've ever had, and if it wasn't enough, she even made us stuffed bell peppers that give buffs and stuff. I would starve without this woman. Okay, but since I had a bit more money now, I decided to spend pretty much all of it on a golden smithing upgrade, which I promptly used to make the next pickaxe tier, the gold one. Which is kind of funny actually, because while this is the next tier after iron, I don't think I ever unironically used golden tools in Minecraft. And the next upgrade, diamond, will cost me 8,000 coins, and my bank account says I have 400 now. Well, still, I will need the diamond pickaxe to get obsidian and get to the nether soon. So I decided to sell pretty much anything I can, including some artifacts and stuff I found during my mining run. Some of it might be important, but hey, money. But apart from that, I called up the smithy and bought 30 geode busters and used them to bust the geodes. I had quite a bit of them at this point. And after that, I thought it would be a good idea to make my own selling bin too, so that my wife doesn't have to guess if the money inside is hers to keep or not whenever it appears. So I made my own using a chest and a trapdoor, and I put it next to our cottage house. This way we split the income a little bit, and it will be easier to figure out who's actually earning money in this marriage. And the next morning I went in debt. Yeah, I had a whole note telling me that dying isn't actually without consequences. I had to pay the medical bill whenever I die. So I decided to do the only thing I seem to be pretty good at.
Can you borrow me some money so I can have a diamond pickaxe then? If I'm gonna have diamond pickaxe, I'm gonna be able to go to Nether, okay? And then you're gonna have your mincer. And you're gonna have... I have to go to hell so you get your pasta. Do you understand that?
So I can earn more money for you.
Yes! Borrow me some money.
So before she crumbled and gave me some money for my adventures, I had to witness her new toys, an artisan cheese press. She will be using this thing to make cheese from our locally produced and organic milk. After that, she willingly gave me the loan. But still, I had to wait a bit for all my goodies to sell from my selling bin. After that, I should be able to get a diamond pickaxe. So for the rest of the day, I just kind of fished. It's still pretty profitable, and apparently especially so if done at night. This is when you can catch leeches, and those gentlemen sell for 200 value a piece, which is quite a lot. So right before 6 AM, when the selling bin turns everything into coins, I managed to put all my goodies I got from a fishing all-nighter. And it's payday. And well, now I should be able to afford the pickaxe. So I bought myself the diamond smithing upgrade and turned my golden pick into a diamond one. And that is indeed a thing worthy of note. In regular Minecraft, I could have had this bad boy in a day or two of work. Here I had to ask my wife to lend me money to get it. So now I went back to the mines and made some obsidian the old-fashioned way. I am no Minecraft speedrunner, so I can't really make a portal using only a bucket, so manual mining has to do. And while I was going back home, I already noticed something new. My wife made a chicken pen. Now we'll have eggs in our farmstead too. But that was good news. Now the bad news. While I do have enough obsidian for a portal, apparently the only way to get flint and steel is to purchase it for 12,000 coins, which is a lot for someone like me. So first I built the portal in the southern part of the village, since there was already a nice little road that was leading basically nowhere, and it felt like the right whimsical garden-looking place for it. But now I needed some quick cash to actually be able to open it. So yet again I decided to grind some fishing. The more I do it, the better I get at it, and the better the results. I even got a Neptune's Bounty, which drops the rarest fishing-centric mineral in the modpack, Neptunium. It will be important later. But apart from that, I fished out a bunch of other valuable items, and whenever possible I was giving away all my fish to my wife to enable her to cook whatever her heart desires and sell it for a massive profit. But fishing in a local river is not the most profitable thing you can do, of course, so I decided to go east to an ocean biome and see what's up there. And here I could fish for different kind of aquatic animals, like an ocean jelly, which will come in useful later as well, amongst other things, like an iridium coin worth 4,000 coins that dropped from a random treasure, or another Neptune's Bounty with a Neptunium ingot inside. And to speeden up all the hard work I did, the only thing I could think of to get the rest of the money ASAP, I asked my woman. So now I had more than enough money to purchase the flint and steel from the smith, and just to make us even, I let my wife do the honors.
Good luck.
Thanks.
But before entering the Nether, I decided to first upgrade my armor, just to be safe. So first I crafted a bunch of chains, and then combined them in the smithy table with my leather armor to make chainmail armor, which similarly to the golden pickaxe I have never actually made for actual gameplay purposes in Minecraft before. After that I asked my wife for some, and with my newly acquired wealth I purchased some iron upgrades. And now I was able to make an actual iron armor, which was miles better than the basic leather thing I was wearing since the mining expeditions. And now I was finally ready to enter the Nether and make a fortune, or at least grab a bunch of useful items that will make me a fortune later. And holy, this is one hot looking Nether dimension. Shaders do a lot of heavy lifting here, I admit, but wow. So now I started mining pretty much anything, and fighting all the netherite flora and fauna. But my main goal was to get those little crystals, the fire quartz. because thanks to those we will be able to craft a whole of a lot of new things, like this mincer to make dishes that sell for a lot of money, but a lot of other things too. But my other main goal here was to get rich and finally afford some more fishing equipment, and the Nether is the perfect place for that, believe it or not. And especially so are the bastions and other Nether structures. Those are literally filled to the brim with enemies and valuable loot. I just got 16,004 iridium coins.
What? Because you're giving me back the money.
Oh my god, I'm rich. Okay, I guess I'm coming home early.
But of course, Nether is not a friendly place at all. But my death paired well with news from my wife. She started making the second floor of our barn and proclaimed it to be hers for the new cooking workstation place.
2 mayonnaise machines and 1 cheese making machine. And here we have a table. I also am currently making a sink.
I won't fight her on it, she will make a fortune just by cooking, I guess. I, on the other hand, used some of my newly acquired money and bought a machine called an extractinator. And this thing will let us open geodes for free, without the need of spending money for geode busters. The main idea was that I was getting a lot of nether geodes anyway, so I treated this as an investment and a middle finger towards the smithy guy. But apart from that, I just now realized that fishing rods are upgradable, and apparently the upgraded iron rod can even use lures and stuff. So of course I upgraded my fishing rod to iron tier and went to quickly test it out.
I got another turtle. You wanna cook him? You want my turtle? Oh my god!
Your turtle.
I gave a turtle to the duck, and the duck likes me now.
So this was Robert, and me picking him up from the fishing spot was a beginning of a beautiful friendship. So, for now he lives with me. And while I went back to our barn to check up on my wife, she was already all set up. Her kitchen station is pretty much ready, including the mincer she made using fire quartz I found earlier. So now the rest of the day I spent fishing. And there's a good reason for that, since I needed to fish out all the rest of the ingredients for the sunlit pearl, which is the main ingredient for a fish smoker. And since I fished out a pearl block and turned it into pearls, and I had 2 of the 3 necessary jellies, meaning I had 3 out of 4 ingredients on me already, and the last one to fish out was the nether jelly. So I quickly went back to the nether, since nether jellies can only be caught in the seas of lava in the nether. And yeah, my regular fishing rod will not cut it. It does not let me fish in lava. For that, we need a very special lava fishing rod. A special kind of fishing rod for lava. And that thing is not cheap. Like, not at all. To get 70,000, I will need to do some crazy stuff. So I left the nether and decided to do the crazy stuff. I wanted to get some money, but also do something I've never done before. I wanted to go for an adventure, head south and see where it takes me, find the ancient artifacts and come back home a hero, preferably a rich hero that doesn't have to borrow money from wife. And so I departed on my glorious adventure. But I'm gonna be honest with you from the start, this whole thing was mostly a waste of time. I found a bunch of low-tier chests, some frosty pigs, which meat freezes your brain, some nice views from tall mountains, and a bunch of smaller structures that really did not have anything too crazy in them. I don't know, maybe I just got unlucky with the spawns, but still. So after a solid 2 or 3 days, I started making my way back to our lovely and cozy village. But the fact that I didn't really do anything or find anything important and wasted a bunch of time made me feel kinda bad. So instead of wasting more time looking for interesting stuff that might be there, I decided to explore things I know are there. And it just so happens that right around our village we have 2 floating islands I wanted to explore for some time now. The first one did not have anything too crazy in it, some animal feed that increases the animal affection, which is cool I guess. But on the other floating island I managed to find a cozy little cabin, and inside, apart from some slightly better loot, I managed to steal an anvil. Still not exactly crazy, but we are not swimming in iron, you know?
Wow, our village looks really cool from here.
After that I came back home and unpacked all my bad loot. At least my wife made it slightly better.
Ooh, you made croissants.
Yep, come here.
Croissants.
Come upstairs. Shipping bin.
Ooh. Now you have like a whole kitchen here and a phone.
To order stuff.
So yeah, my wife pretty much finished the kitchen workstation. I can't shake off the feeling that she's doing much better than I do at this point. I mean, she even made King Hallie for God's sake, and I love Georgian food. It's like she's mocking me with the amount of success she's achieving. All while I still didn't even achieve my own lowball goal I set for myself, so I decided to go do more fishing. That's the most consistent money-making strat I've found so far.
This goose just stole my fish.
And I did so much fishing in fact that I managed to level up my rod to Lure 2, which is applied automatically after enough fishing, but also upgraded a level or two in the fishing skill tree, making it easier for me to catch fish and even doubling them when I do. And after getting enough money, I bought myself my first bobber for the rod, and this one raises the quality of the fish caught by one level, making fishing more profitable still. And yeah, selling all that stuff is pretty satisfying every time. Getting paid for fishing is both lucrative and pretty stress relieving. But that still wasn't cutting it. I needed 70k for the lava fishing rod, and fishing was still slightly too slow to get that amount in any reasonable time frame. So I decided to take a risk again and go deep into the nether this time. Once I managed to find 4 iridium coins in a random chest, so maybe, just maybe, I can find more. Nether is basically a more risky way of making money, but if you do make money, it's usually a lot at once. So I started exploring the nether more thoroughly now, finding new biomes and all that goodness. And yeah, nether is not only profitable, and you can find a lot of crazy stuff here even from geodes, but sometimes you can get a free upgrade too, like this diamond shovel. I just skipped like 5 tiers of toolmaking by just opening the right chest. And after some time of more exploration, I managed to find some proper structures that I haven't explored before, like this block of nether bricks. Because when I entered, it turned out to be some sort of a piglin vault, with massive amounts of gold just sitting in the middle, so I guess we are in luck. So after defeating all those annoying magma slimes, I managed to finally find what I was looking for. Neptunium coin! Times 2!
What's Neptunium coin?
65,000 value.
What? Well, I guess you're making the thing that you wanted to make.
Oh no. Oh, I made a mistake. I grabbed the gold from the piglins. I could hear them get angry. Holy. I'm taking more gold. They're burning. They're really mad at me.
So now I had to make my escape, especially so since the piglins got pretty angry with me digging up their gold. I quickly made my way back to the portal and then to the safety of our cozy village. I was finally able to afford the lava fishing rod, which I'm pretty sure is the most expensive fishing rod you can get. And now back in the nether, it was time to do the least nethery thing ever. Fishing in lava. But first I had to defeat a ghast with its own fireball, because it was attacking me. Haven't done that since like 2016. And yeah, now it was time to test out my new rod. It does work, oh my god. That is so cool. I'm literally fishing in lava. It's just swimming in it, just floating.
Well, I hope I didn't spend my money for nothing. I got a lava puffer fish for 500. And I got 2, so I got 1,000.
Crazy.
Oh my god, it was so worth it.
So yeah, turns out that the most profitable thing I can do consistently is lava fishing. Everything that swims here sells for absolute fortune, especially when paired with the fish doubling perk. And not only that, but I also got the nether jelly. Oh, I have it, nether jelly.
Already?
It was so random. Yeah, it was so random. I just got it randomly. Okay, I'm going back home.
So now I came back home and crafted a regular Minecraft smoker, then combined all the jellies and a pearl to make the sunlit pearl, and then combined all the ingredients to make the elusive fish smoker. So I put it in my wife's kitchen. And well, any fish that is smoked here sells for double the value. The only problem is that it can only do like 1 fish per 2 days. Well, I guess the most important part is that this goal of mine is now achieved. A very arbitrary goal of making a fish smoker I will only be able to use once every 2 days and for 1 fish at a time. Still, it's not the destination that matters. If not for that fish smoker, I would have never made the lava rod. and I wouldn't be getting paid in tens of thousands of coins every day. So now I focused mostly on fishing in the nether, collecting overpriced fish and random trinkets that sell for thousands. And every time my inventory was getting crowded, I was selling for massive profit. But I almost forgot about Robert. The house is no place for a duck, since he desperately needs friends. So I put him in the chicken pen. He will have to blend in and make a life for himself among other animals. Farewell, Robert. I wish you the best in life. But apart from that, my wife wanted to show off her new recycler that she'd made. It recycles useless items and turns them into more useful items. But that's also when I noticed my next major goal. Yeah, that field right in front of our barn, or rather my wife's kitchen, was not getting the love it deserves. Some passive income would be nice, so I decided to look into ways to make this entire thing automatically watered. And turns out there are tiers to sprinklers. So while the regular iron ones only water one block all around them, even a slight upgrade yields much better results. So now I spent some time in the mines trying to get all the necessary ingredients to make proper sprinklers. All while the amount of money I now possess was slightly getting into my head.
You don't have enough for the diamond upgrade, unfortunately.
Borrow your money.
So I guess you're gonna have to buy me. Borrow?
And after all of that, I smelted all the copper and iron I gathered. I will need a lot of it. The next day I went into the nether. Fire quartz is a necessary item to upgrade iron sprinklers into the golden ones. The only problem being, this is clearly not my day.
My apple tree's already... What? There's apple. Oh
No! No, I'm so stupid! I am so royally dumb!
Why did you try to swim in lava?
Oh my god! But after that little tumble, I managed to gather some fire quartz from the nethery caves and assemble a couple of sprinklers on the spot, and then slowly started upgrading them into the gold tier. And after a moment, I had a whole field covered in golden sprinkler coverage. A golden rain shall fall upon this field, or something. But it's also autumn already, which means that I had to swap the crops. And since I finished my fisherman's arc, I decided to become a beetroot farmer now. So I turned this entire field into one medium-sized but fully watering automated beetroot farm. It's basically passive income at this point. But apart from that, I also took care of our animals. I really wanted to get more into farming and animal produce in this farming-centric modpack, so I started looking into buying some of the building schematics to help me out create my own ranch outside of our village. And one thing that really spiked my attention was a greenhouse. It was a special building in which crops can grow no matter the season, which did sound like a lot of potential. But unfortunately, to buy this building, I needed something called organic glass, which can only be made from spikes of a cactus that does not grow in autumn. But don't worry, I found a workaround later. So for now, I decided to start small. A basic barn schematic sounds like a plan to start off my farmer's journey on a right high note. So I cooked some stone, cut some wood, and enjoyed some apples from my wife's newly arranged apple orchard.
Enjoy.
And after a moment, I had everything necessary for the building, so I constructed it right at the end of the Animal Pens road. And this thing is definitely a step in the right direction. And it just looks so rustic as well. So after that, I bought a bunch of sheep in crates from our shepherd NPC and placed them in my new barn. Now I had my very own set of sheep I had to take care of, and most importantly, feed. But hey, my beet farm finally sprouted some proper beets. And while I was going at it, I discovered an alternate method of gathering crops, which I promptly shared with my wife.
I didn't know that with right-clicking the hoe you can instantly grab so many crops. Right-click with a hoe.
What?
That makes it so much easier. Oh my god.
When you have farm like this, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that's the thing. That's the case.
Well, now that I have a bunch of beets to my name, I started looking into making stuff from them. Although, ultimately, it is mostly my wife's area of expertise, so I will probably leave making beetroot soups to her. But I found myself drawn to something a bit different. I saw this artisan cheese press in my wife's kitchen, and I immediately knew that I needed to make one for myself. And this kind woman gave me some of her own materials to make sure that I have enough stuff to make it. Like this pine tar she has been collecting using treetops. But before all that, that, I decided to build myself a separate building for the cheese making operation, and hence the cheese shed has been summoned. And my little ranch is starting to slowly take shape on the outskirts of the village. The shed should give me more than enough space for my whole operation, hopefully. So now I had to make some artisan cheese presses, and while they aren't expensive to make, I did need two things. My own source of pine tar, so I don't have to borrow it from my cooking lady, and a bunch of earth crystals, which are not super rare, but we did already run out while my wife was making all this artisan stuff for her own kitchen. So I had to spend some time in the mines, hunting all those little orange gems. But when I had a bunch of them, I immediately went for a couple cheese presses at once and put them up against the wall in my shed. The cheese production is almost ready to start. The only missing ingredient is an animal that can be milked. So I bought 15 cows from the market, and now I had to move the sheep from my barn to my wife's sheep's pen. The only problem being, animals get unhappy when overcrowded, so she didn't let me do that.
They're not gonna be happy in this cluttered space. Don't. Leave them there.
So now that the sheep moved out, I put the cows in their stead. And now I have a barn full of cows ready to produce milk for my cheese. And hey, my wife evolved into a Michelin-starred chef, apparently. She's running around yet again with a chef's hat. I don't know how she's able to find that thing in every modpack we play. Anyway, I use the milk to destroy the stones, or make cheese, rather. And now in 2 days we should have our very first batch of actual cheese ready to be used for anything. So now I wanted to make my own pine tar tops, because pine tar was the only resource standing between me and more cheese presses. So I went back to the mines, died to a creeper exploding mid-air, and then mined my heart out in search of more earth crystals, which, funny enough, for an early game mining resource, seemed to be gatekeeping me from progression more than anything. But while I was hoping for the time of my life collecting rocks, I actually stumbled upon an old friend of mine.
I'm being chased by this guy that killed me last time. Oh my god, he's burning.
I killed him! I killed him! After that glorious victory, I came back home and cooked all my resources. Then crafted a bunch of stuff and made my first official tree toppers. So now the only thing I had to do was buy a bunch of pine tree saplings and plant them all behind my recently built barn. And when those younglings grow up, I'm gonna top them to my heart's content. And the rest of the day I spent bothering my wife. Apparently she started building her own restaurant, or maybe a bakery. It seemed like a great idea and an awesome addition to an otherwise mostly schematic-filled village. A touch of manual building never hurts, and for my troubles she gifted me a hat that she found somewhere. And the next morning the pine trees already started growing, so I put toppers on the ones that were old enough. And apparently pine tar takes a whopping 5 days to be made in each one of those toppers, so I guess good thing I made quite a bit of them. And the timing couldn't be better, because right next to here, in my little cheese shed, the first batch of cheese is already ready. The cheese doesn't sell for that much, but it is an important ingredient in many foods that do sell for a lot. So for now I added a bunch of more cheese presses to continue with my cheese empire, and then using a milk pail, I milked all of my 15 new cows. And yes, taking care of the animals is pretty hard. At least my cheese production can keep going, especially that I already decided my next major goal in life. I want to make a cheeseburger. And yes, it seems like a very random and very achievable goal, but it's going to be much harder than I anticipated. Because while stuff like beef, tomatoes or bread is not a problem, the only ingredient that is actually very problematic is an onion. Since they only grow in spring, and we are freshly out of both onions and the seeds for them. And believe me, I looked, okay? My wife's storage has no onions in it at all. So the only thing I could do was travel all around the world and hope to find some wild onions, or at least some seeds. And so I traveled, looking around for the most basic of vegetables. Funny enough, it seemed like I managed to find pretty much anything but the wild onions, even lettuce. But more importantly, while traveling through some desert, I managed to spot a literal holy grail, a vitric cactus. And yes, the same extreme rare cactus that drops spikes from which we can make a greenhouse, meaning that maybe there is a small chance to grow the onions or at least cabbages or something, in an actual building designed for that. So now I started running around and picking up every single one of those cacti. And that is not an easy feat since they were really rare and I needed about 48 spikes to make just one greenhouse. Not an easy task when one big vitric cactus can drop maybe like 6 spikes total. But after some work I was able to finally make 24 organic glass from the spikes. Now I have to combine them with more fire quartz and some gold coins to make actual greenhouse glass. So I started making my way home, still hoping for a random wild onion that maybe, just maybe, spawned somewhere around here. Unfortunately, the only thing I managed to find was a whole plethora of wild crops that looked exactly the way wild onions would look like, and each one of them slowly chipping away at my sanity, making a little onion-shaped tent.
Potatoes, why do potatoes look like onions every time? Oh my god, I thought I found them finally, but no, why would it be that? I just can't, dude. Like, there's just no freaking way. Why is it so hard to find onions? What's going on? I can't find any onions. I don't know, and I can't like give up either because I spent so much time on it already. I just can't. I can't give up. Everything looks like onions, man. Everything, and nothing is onions. Potatoes. I found some weird looking gingerbread house. Yeah, sure. Oh my, what the hell? There's a gingerbread man humping the wall. So after enough disappointments, I drank a recall potion I found in some ruins to get back home. Well, I guess onions are going to be the ultimate bottleneck for the cheeseburger goal. Let's look at the positives. I am back home and my wife finished building her bakery, so she gave me a little mental pick-me-up tour around the place to make me less depressed.
Do you see the whimsicality of this building?
It's very whimsical, yeah.
Enter.
Oh my goodness, what a bakery. Pudding.
Yeah.
That's
Chocolate
crazy,
tart.
actually. Chocolate tart.
You can sit on the couch. You can grab a book. You can grab a baguette or a sandwich from here. Or croissant. Yep.
This is what?
These are jam sandwiches. Initially planning to make like a little garden seat. I'm still gonna make it, but I realized that I'm just gonna expand the leaves. So you can just come up here and collect apples. Later we're gonna have more fruit trees. Just gonna make more of them. Yep, you can just grab apples and eat them. I'm gonna make like little benches later as well. So it's gonna be nice to sit.
And yeah, she really did improve her building skills. Every time we play, she dips her fingers in trying out new things, and clearly she's getting better. She made a whole bakery filled not only with decorative blocks and full of personality, but also with an insane amount of foods that she baked fully on display. A crazy good addition to our little village here. But coming back to my personal goals, if I wanted to make the greenhouse now and add it to our village, I had to make the greenhouse glass. So I guess I have to go to the nether once again for fire quartz. And I guess this time we had slightly too much fun while being there.
That was 99% accurate, Piglin. This is my safe space.
What is?
Fire quartzing all around. Fire
Fire
quartz
quartz.
number 2.
Fire quartz.
Fire quartz. See another fire quartz. Existence of fire quartz implies the existence of regular quartz.
Yeah, you said it right after my cow did moo.
Fire quartz. Fire quartz. I'm just gathering fire quartz, just if you didn't know, and I didn't mention it like 20 times.
I congratulate you.
I'm the best at making sounds from Minecraft. Just tell me
You're not.
what I am.
Creeper.
Boom. You do the spider. Damn, is there a spider with me here in this nether? I think the best one you do is the cow.
Moo.
Ah,
And moo.
a moo. The bitchy cow.
And honestly, I was so distracted half of the time that I legitimately fell into lava. And I did it twice.
So funny.
It's the funniest thing. Oh my god, why moaning?
I didn't moan, I just died.
This little chicken.
So of course I was not taking care of my gear, so after dying so many times, I finally lost some armor and my freaking diamond shovel. So I decided to ask my wife to use her money once again and fix up some of my gear, at least to the point where it is feasible for me to go back to the nether. And yeah, can't forget to say please.
Give me my pickaxe. Please. Thank you.
So now I went back to the nether to find even more fire quartz. I needed quite a lot of it too, and I was still nowhere near the amount I needed. But my streak of bad luck was just beginning, because this was clearly not my day. And while trying to infiltrate a bastion, I just kept dying over and over again.
Man, I don't get it. What the hell is wrong with me? I had to stumble upon two brutes.
What happened?
There's like 4 of them. I am so done, dude. I am so done. Did you know that the shield has a cooldown after they hit you? Well, I didn't.
And the best part is, there wasn't even anything worthy of note there, so instead I just focused on finding the free growing quartz. I even hit a nether fortress, but similarly to the previous bastion, there wasn't any real loot here, not to mention no quartz. But after some time, I managed to finally find the required amount. And the moment I did, I just dipped as soon as possible. And that's when yet again, after coming back home from my hard day at work, my wife made me another present. A glider, my wife's favorite item in any Minecraft mod pack. So of course we didn't waste any time and tested it out together by jumping from our little mountain. After dying so many times in the nether, this does make a difference.
Okay, you first.
Yippee.
Wow.
And not only that, but she even borrowed me some gold coins to finally make the greenhouse glass. But well, I am pretty poor at this point. I focused mostly on spending lately. And for the greenhouse blueprint I still needed 2 iridium coins. So...
Can I have 2 iridium coins?
He's just standing behind me. Bag. On your knees.
Can I have 2 iridium coins? That's cringe, just give me. Thank you.
I'm a man. So now that I managed to get my money, I finally bought the greenhouse blueprint. And the place where I decided to build it was right next to our initial sleeping area. The place where we started this entire village, basically. And this greenhouse now enables us to grow whatever we need, whenever we need, during any season. A true and real upgrade.
Dude, I'm proud of you. Impressive. Good job.
And hey, my pine tar is finally ready to gather, so I used it to make a bunch more cheese presses and continue my cheese maker legacy. And well, after some time I managed to pretty much max out one of my shed's walls fully in cheese presses. That's a lot of cheese. But that whole cheeseburger thing was still tormenting me. I set out a goal and I did not achieve it. So just to collect the ingredients I do have, I made some bread, stole some tomatoes from my wife's pantry, and cut up some cheese from my own factory. But apart from that, I also cut up some beef to make patties using a knife and a cutting board. And well, I have almost all the ingredients, excluding the cabbage, which is currently growing in the greenhouse as we speak. And that means my last hurrah, my last expedition to find onions, whether it be in the wild or in some chest buried underground. I needed onions. I found turnips, I found cauliflower, I found potatoes, but no onions. Well, I don't usually do this, but this time I had it online and searched it up. And apparently, wild onions do not naturally spawn in this mod pack, meaning that my adventure is yet again officially dead in the water. And the cheeseburger quest, yet again, felt impossible. So the only idea I had left was to finally enter the Skull Caverns, an alternate dimension native to this mod pack. So I asked my wife for some money and opened up the quest book. Because to get to the Skull Caverns we had to pay for each of the 4 quests that unlock the main reward, the teleporter. So I did exactly that, paying my way to get to the final dimension. All while my wife was slowly preparing herself, making food and other items so that we don't starve down there. But apart from that, this rich woman upgraded all of my tools and armor. And also still was able to afford her own Marvel-worthy superhero suit-up. I am at this point too scared to ask how rich she really is. I guess the bakery business is lucrative. So when we were finally ready, we set up the teleporter block and entered the endgame dimension, the Skull Caverns. After getting our bearings, we managed to find a rope underneath one of the boulders, leading us down. And this is when we connected the dots. Skull Caverns are literally a mechanic from Stardew Valley. And this Minecraft modpack is recreating the caving experience from that game perfectly. So not only can we only destroy the predestined boulders of rock and ore, but we also need to find ladders, or ropes rather, leading us lower and lower into the caves, with each level being slightly harder than the previous. And the most hopeful thing was that seeds of different nature were dropping from crates. So maybe I will be able to find some onion here too. So we had some fun in the caves, progressing lower and lower, fighting monsters, digging ore, and generally having a great time. But we had to get out before the timer hits 6 AM. That's the rule. Otherwise, something happens. We didn't find out what. So when it was getting late, we just used the rescue rope that we got at the start and teleported ourselves out of the caves. So while my wife had enough for now and came back to her farming baking life, I decided to stick around for a round 2, hoping for some onions of course. And after some time I managed to get lower than last time, to the point where I found this guy.
Oh.
Yeah. What is that in the distance there? Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I even managed to defeat some sort of a boss, I guess. This guy was looking very scary, but wasn't really that hard to deal with. Still, I searched through every single type of container available here, and still no onions. I even looked through loot tables, and apparently onion seeds, or even regular onions, just do not appear here. Or anywhere else, for that matter. They do not spawn in the wild, and they do not drop from any living or dead thing. The only way to get onions is to buy them off the market during spring, when they appear as purchasable seeds. And that's the only way to get them. And that's devastating news, especially that this was the last 5 days of the playthrough and day 100 was soon approaching. So to make things better, I decided to go on a little adventuring trip with my wife. We goofed around and explored stuff purely for the fun of it. We had vastly different playthroughs, and we felt like spending some time together could be the best thing to do for the last couple of days.
Oh, what is that?
That's like a wizard's tower thing. Bony slimes. I wonder who boned them. We read really fast. But one thing that is nice, we can jump from here with a paraglider.
The one that I crafted?
The one that I got from somewhere. We are really adventuring right now.
This duck's frozen.
I think they're just ducks. Duckies.
Oh, I got scared. Why did it scream like that?
It might have something to do with me stabbing it with a diamond sword. Oh, a house. A house from Ginger. Oh. Gingerbread house, I mean. Okay, he's not here this time. I hope it's not the one that I killed.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, a gingerbread
Hello.
man. Hello.
Golem.
You ate his hand. What? You crippled him for life. He's trying to escape. Leave, my little man.
That was his
No,
house.
I killed him. I wanted to push him off.
Oh. Ah! Penguins! You can love them. You can. Do you want some meat, my brothers and sisters? Or maybe you want some meat? No, you don't like. Ah!
Those accidents. I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to pet you.
You're stuck. You're stuck now.
Mercy.
How do I drown you?
What do you mean?
How do I drown you?
And after all this goofing around, we stepped on the local snowy beach. And you wouldn't believe your eyes what we found.
Oh. Oh, look at
Wow.
this. Whoa, what's
There's
what
two
is-
onions.
Oh, no way. What?
That's exactly how many we need.
Well, after this crazy thing, we explored a bit more. And when we felt like we had enough of goofing around, we drank the recall potions and came back home. Here, I cooked the beef patties in the ovens, put on my wife's chef's hat, and cooked the best 2 cheeseburgers this world has ever seen. One for me, one for my wife. And of course, the only place where we could possibly eat them was in my wife's bakery. And yes, they were delicious.
It's really pretty here.
I know.
Really nice. I'm gonna just eat my cheeseburger. Mmm. It was totally
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a good time and I hope you stick around for more. Also, please check out my wife's video from her more cooking-centric perspective. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
What?
I can say bye. Look.
Wow. Oh, no, don't. Okay. I got scared for a second.